Hello, everyone. Hi, Kay. Hi, Gurpreet. Hey, Ala. How are you, man?
Hi, Omar.
Hi, Gurpreet. Okay, I have a problem with my LinkedIn. I don't know why it is not broadcasting at all, but we can work here on Teams. Okay. There is almost 20 people on LinkedIn, but I'm gonna paste my Teams link again. Anyways, so how is everything with you, Gurpreet? You're on mute.
Yeah, I just unmuted. Yeah, so far good. Um, had a couple of interviews this week. Got
Already?
yeah, got next round as well. But I have a couple of
Wow.
questions. Yeah.
So the video sessions, don't tell me you're done with that.
No, no, not at all. I mean, not the all one, but yeah, I would say 30%.
20%. Okay. That's reasonable.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
materials, right? Did you also read the materials that I
Yes.
put down?
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Good, good. Hi, Kay. Kay, I don't know who is Kay, but Gurpreet and Ala, I know both of you. Hi, Kay.
Um,
How are you?
I'm good. I just sort of stumbled on this on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I've just pretty much started my journey with Scrum. Taken the fundamental course, so
Awesome.
that's where I'm at right now.
Good, good. Look, if you have any questions, you can ask here. This is
Uh,
a Q&A for anything like uh, beginner questions or advanced questions. Gurpreet as well. If like now we're gonna have a full hour, we can talk about your interviews. Ala,
Mhm.
you can also talk about uh, whatever you're doing. I know you have experience. Ala is already. I'm his agile coach. He already got a job, and it's been like how many months, Ala? Oh,
It's not- I'm sorry because I'm in a meeting right now. Uh,
oh, good. Which
give me a
meeting? Is it
minute.
the ceremony?
I'll question.
Awesome. Good luck with your ceremony, Ala.
Thank you.
Good, good. So, Gurpreet, tell me a little bit. Who is interviewing you? Which companies?
So one is, I would say it's still a startup, set up in 2016. It's in Montreal. Another one is
Nice.
from Vancouver. That's again a kind of startup set up somewhere around 2015, 2016.
Awesome.
Yeah. The one for the Montreal, I got the technical interview as well, which is scheduled next week.
Did they ask
Uh,
you to speak French?
Not yet. They asked me why I moved out of Montreal. I asked them I don't know French. So that
Okay.
was the one reason. Yeah.
Okay.
But they haven't mentioned about bilingual in their job description as well.
Look, if they're okay with that, I mean, they will accept you as you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
but I
that's
have a question
yeah.
in that area. Since there was a startup and I asked them, is that a new role or they already have a agile coach or any other scrum master? So they were saying they are hiring. They actually have 4 teams. For 2 teams, they already hired a PO. Another one, they are looking for PO. So I just want to ask you that do you think it's a good opportunity for me to join that team because they're pretty new and I'm that will be very challenging for me
Okay.
as well.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you something, Gurpreet. Look, you have an agile coach, which is
Mhm.
me. All right.
Oh, yeah,
I can help you with your journey over there, but it is always good to have an agile coach over there.
yeah,
It will
understood.
help a scrum master a lot with his day-to-day activities. All right.
Mm-hmm.
However, in a startup, you will learn. everything and anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
You're gonna be a scrum master. You're gonna help with. You're gonna help your team members. You're gonna even help the CEO with some stuff. You're gonna touch things that a scrum master should not touch. So it will be a quite good experience, right? I
Mm-hmm.
worked for startups, okay,
Okay.
and your job is not one job.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have so multiple many hats, and you're
Yeah.
gonna enjoy it. However, may be tiring. I know that you're married, but you don't have kids. Maybe startup is good for you, but for people like, for example, they have families, it is gonna be a little bit hard for them because
Mm-hmm.
you might work maybe extra hours for startups. Okay,
Okay.
okay. However, you're gonna build your own experience. So
Mm-hmm.
if they don't have an agile coach on top of you, so whatever you say, they're gonna be like, okay, this is good. You know
Okay.
what I mean? there
Okay.
there's no one that's gonna say that your job is not good or whatsoever or is wrong or make it better like this way. So whatever you're going to say about agile and scrum, even if it's wrong, they're gonna say, okay, this is right. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You're gonna be
Yeah.
the agile coach over there.
Okay.
Okay, however, if you really want to grasp good experience,
Mm-hmm.
okay, as a scrum master, if you really want to know if whatever you're doing is right or wrong and you improve yourself,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it is better to work in companies where you're going to have an agile coach on top of you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So basically this is it. Depends also on the salary they are going to give you.
Mm-hmm.
Big decisions over there,
Yes.
and the teams you're going to work with
Mm-hmm.
also.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's also a life sciences kind of company, and currently I'm working as QA. That's again a life sciences kind of company. So on the product wise, I think that would be not pretty similar, but the product and product would be kind of, I mean, the market share would be the same.
Okay, the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, it freezed with me a little bit. Can you repeat your question?
So I was saying that that's again a life sciences kind of company. So for which I gave the interview, and currently where I'm working as a QA, that's again a life sciences company.
Okay, it freezed again.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yes, now better.
Yeah, so I mean, the company I gave interview for, it's a life sciences company, and the currently I'm working for as a QA engineer. That's a life sciences company too. So on the product side, I think there will be the thing which would be relevant for me from my prior experience.
Okay. Ah, nice.
Yeah.
That's even better for you. Maybe you are in an area that you are comfortable, right?
Yes.
However, I need to say something that Scrum Masters, okay,
Mm-hmm.
they work in an environment. They coach the team. They
Mm-hmm.
coach the product owner, anything around them. And then
Mm-hmm.
after a year, they start to feel that they are very comfortable where they are.
Mm-hmm.
For us, for Scrum Master, this is bad for us. We always need to get outside our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So either a new team within your own company,
Okay.
a different culture within your own company, or let's get even outside this company. Go get another contract,
Uh-huh.
get outside your comfort zone, so you can grasp even more experience, because a full scrum master needs to go and to know every different culture, every different type of people. So and
Okay.
this way you're gonna have more experience in your baggage, and this way you're gonna be a very good agile coach later,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's true. Yeah.
Awesome. So any other questions we have here? More people are joining. So this is the right time to ask your questions. Maybe anything related to Scrum Master certifications, uh, day-to-day Scrum Master activities, how to facilitate ceremonies, You can ask about job, salaries, CVs, anything you need help with. Uh, you're we have how many do we have? We have 8 people here. By the way, the broadcast on LinkedIn, I don't know why it never worked. So let me ask you a question. If nobody have a question here for me, uh, Allah, do not answer this question. Can someone tell me? So we have Kwana, we have Michael. Hi, Michael. I saw you yesterday, Michael. Kay, Corey, Adidotun. If you're hearing me, can you explain to me? This is a question. This is our foundation. If you don't know the answer of this question, there are still some coaching you need to do before being a Scrum Master. Even if you are a Scrum Master right now, this is our foundation. Are you able to explain what is the difference between Agile and Agile methodologies?
I think I can answer that question.
Yeah.
Um, as far as the agile methodology, and I'm sorry that I'm not on camera, y'all. I'm not able to come on
No
camera right
problem.
now. As far as the agile methodology, the way I like to describe that is kind of like the philosophy.
Yeah.
It's like the philosophy, and
Exactly.
so for the flexibility, the mindset of producing quicker value to the customer. And then as far as the Scrum, I'm not sure if you asked if the difference between Scrum. Scrum is a framework that you use within the Agile methodology. So there's
Awesome.
also different other frameworks in there, Combine, XP,
Exactly.
things like that. So I
Kwa-
don't know if I explained that thoroughly, but yeah,
Kwana, do you have experience as a Scrum Master?
I just have a very small amount of
Wow.
experience. Yeah.
You're all ready to get a job. Talk to
You
me
think
after
so?
this call. I might help you with that.
Okay. I have an appointment with you on the 16th
Oh, 16th of September?
August, I thought.
August. Awesome.
I might need to
Perfect.
double check. That's what I thought.
Okay, good, good. Because I'm fully booked until end mid-September. That's why I asked about September. So what you said is very true. So agile is a philosophy, is a mindset, is a way of working together, right? It is those 4 values and the 12 principles that came from the manifesto. This is it. This is agile. And the agile methodologies are the frameworks, the processes, all right, like Scrum, XP, Kanban, Safe, where they have created rules and regulations, roles and responsibilities to work very well with those 4 values and 12 principles. A lot of people, a lot of Scrum Masters don't, or a lot of newly certified Scrum Masters don't know how to answer that yet, or are not able to explain it. You know, when we are a Scrum Master and we work with a Scrum team or any kind of methodology team, uh, maybe the team members have 20 years experience or more, but we really like in the agile maturity, they are still young. You need to talk to them as if they are like 12 years old kids, right? You really need to be able to explain to them the agility and the methodologies, the difference in a way of with simple words, just exactly like I uh, explained it. All right, awesome. Does anyone have a question?
Yeah,
Hey,
I have go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, Michael.
hey, I'm so sorry. I would have her go next. I wanted to just buttress on what she said. I have this illustration or metaphor that I put around describing what agile and what what is agile and what is agile methodology. But I'll let her go first, then I'll come back to it.
No, no, please. Do you have something to share with us?
Yeah. Sometimes when I coach a team, what I try to explain to them is think of agile like the sea, like the ocean. Okay.
Yes.
And then you think about the different frameworks as rivers that lead to the ocean. Different rivers lead to, like, I mean, the beach leads to the ocean. You see what I'm saying? Like when you think about it, oh, this river, Chattahoochee River leads to an ocean. Okay, that river is Scrum. Another river leads to the ocean. That is Kanban. Another river leads to the ocean. That is
Yeah.
XP. Another river leads to the ocean. You see what I'm saying? So that is Crystal. So you need to think about it as Agile being an ocean, and then think about the different paths that lead to the ocean. It's the best way that I think I describe that to new Scrum Masters. So that's just the
Awesome,
2 cents on
awesome. I
that.
really like this this way of thinking. Uh, Another person actually also explained it to me as agile is like a diet, and the recipe is like a methodology. So a recipe that works with the diet, methodology, agile. So a lot of way we can explain for people who doesn't have agile maturity. Okay, Gurpreet, you want to say something?
Yeah, I have another question. I mean, I got that question in one of the interview. I
Yeah.
gave the answer, but I'm not sure that my answer was good or not. So they asked me for a scenario when there is any bottleneck, and being a scrum master, I resolve that bottleneck. So they ask a scenario based question. So yeah, I need a help with that one.
I think I talked to you about that on our first session, Gurpreet. A
Mhm.
bottleneck. Uh, Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so a bottleneck. When does a bottleneck happen? Is when your Scrum team is working in the middle of the sprint, and you see a lot of user stories waiting in line in one column. So in a Kanban board, for example, to do, in progress, testing, and done. For example, if there are a lot of user stories waiting in line under the testing column only, this is called bottleneck. Or another name for it, it's called traffic. How do
Mhm.
you help your team resolving those bottleneck? Is by introducing to them the WIP limit, the
Yeah.
work in progress limit. It is a small number indication. We put it on the top of that column, the testing column. It is an indication for us to say we are not allowed to put more than 2 user story, for example, in that column. And this will shift our team members' mindset. Instead of pulling new work, but stop pulling new work and start finishing what you already have.
Yeah.
So the WIP limit is the solution for bottlenecks.
Mhm. Thank you.
Yes, Ala.
Yeah, and that can help us to have a team cross functional, because if all the developer can don't know how to do the testing. Right now, they have the opportunity to know how to test, and after that, I can have a full equip with cross functional.
This is very, very true. So whenever you have a bottleneck and your team, they have skills like front end developers, back end developers, and QA testers. And when you have a bottleneck under the testing column, your developers, your front end or back end, need to have the skills to be able to help their testers testing those user stories. That is why cross-functional teams are very important with a scrum for a scrum team. Again, cross-functional teams, we can explain it as a soccer team. If you don't have the defense, you don't have a team. Same thing with scrum teams. If you don't have testers, you don't have a team. They can never produce a an increment of value or produce a small increment of the product, right? Without those testers, for example. But in a soccer team, if we don't have defense, someone from the offense is also able to stay in the defense and do a defense job, right? Same thing with a Scrum team, a front end or a back end developer. He also should be able to do some testing. And by the way, uh, if you have a team, right? Like let's say I'm a Scrum master for a team, a Scrum team. Let's say a new Scrum team. My front end developers only know front end code. My back end only know back end code, and my testers only know how to test. What should I do as a Scrum master to let my team become cross-functional? Yes, Gerpi?
I think in this kind of scenarios, we should implement a pairing kind of thing, wherein a front-end developer can pair with back-end, or maybe the tester can pair with front-end, so that they can learn
This is
each other
one good
technologies.
option solution. Doing
Yeah,
like XP methodology, the
yeah,
extreme programming, pair programming, so they can have uh, cross-functional skills.
yeah.
But okay, this is one good solution. But for a Scrum Master, he needs to also know more than that. Does anyone know what a Scrum Master need to do to have a cross-functional team? One of the agile principles is to always improve yourself, right? So Scrum Master need to coach his team members on continuous education. Okay, what does that mean? That means, let's say in 2022, one of your team members know how to write code for HTML, JavaScript, and PHP. Okay, but after a year, you also need to know other skills, backend coding and testing. So every year, that person always need to improve, to educate himself, to know other skills within his team, to be able to replace someone if that person is not here for vacation, for example. Okay, because if my team is not cross-functional, we have a big risk. What if one of the testers, let's say we have only one tester in the team, and he went on vacation for 2 weeks? Well, we're gonna have a sprint with no objective or no increment at the end of the sprint, and that is a failure for us.
I really have this situation in my team.
You already have that.
Yeah.
You have a couple of options for that.
No, no.
You have to talk with your manager. Tell the manager, either we need to hire people, we need not only one tester in my team, we need more than one, or let's go get someone from within the company be within our team that have those skills. And in the meantime, educate your scrum masters so they can go and find some trainings, workshops, to be able to do the other skills.
That what I did. I have a developer. He had all the tests in this 3 weeks, and
Wow.
everything was good.
So, oh, perfect.
I already
Awesome.
coaching for this developer because he's already had the background for testing, and
Uh-huh.
the first time he don't want to do it. After that, I did few coaching for him, and
The
I
importance of having other skills,
also
right?
have the skills.
Exactly. This is what a scrum master should always do.
And the good thing right now, the other developer they want to know how to test
Exactly.
because
Good.
it's a good value for them.
This is a very good example. So, of course, obviously, a
Can I
scrum master.
contribute to that real quick?
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, okay. So one other thing I try to implement with teams that I coach is make sure you have them have a mindset of experimental learning. As a
Mm-hmm.
scrum master, one of the things you want to impact to anybody that you coach is you must have a mindset of experimental learning. Be sure, okay, for example, like you rightly said, oh, hey, you have this testing. I mean, we have testing. The developers are just doing development work. You've implemented WIP limit. You have a bottleneck. What can you do to resolve it? Am I still here?
Yeah,
What can
yeah,
you do to resolve
cool.
it? Okay, experimental learn. Okay, hey, stop developing. Sit with the testers, like she
Exactly.
mentioned, peer pressure, pair programming. That's if you're trying to learn one skill or the other. But also with testing, it works. Sit with them, do a
Mm-hmm,
session together, share the
mm-hmm,
screen, things
mm-hmm.
like that. That way, it helps your life. It would help you greatly, greatly. So
Awesome.
that's something that you probably can expect. You could put into practice as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael. By the way, Michael is a 9 years uh, Scrum Master experienced. I met with him only yesterday. Uh, we had a very good conversation together. Awesome. Other questions from anyone? Adidotun, how are you? Benjamin, how are you? Chukura. Oh, I know Chukura. How are you, man? Corey, hello. We have Lola and Kwana. Yeah, Kwana, we heard her before. So, does anyone have any
Hello.
question? Hi, Corey.
Hey, how you doing? I'm just kind of listening. I'm actually at work, so I can't really comment. So I'm just gonna listen.
Awesome. If you have any
But thank you for
questions,
having me.
don't worry. Thank you so much.
I did have a question, Omar. And maybe, afterwards I can talk to you more about it, but I have put my resume out to every job board, searched everywhere in LinkedIn, and it's crazy because I'm not getting any hits, like none. And I know I have my resume out on about 6 boards. So I was just wondering, could you give any advice on, I guess, resume reconstruction?
Okay,
Or I'm not sure what to do, to be honest with you.
okay. Um, Resume for Scrum Masters should be very, very simple. All right. You know what? I'm going to share how a resume should look like for a Scrum Master. Like this is only for Scrum Masters. Let me
Okay.
just find it first, and then I'm going to share my screen. Okay.
While you're doing that, let me just give a quick advice on that, Mar, if you permit. While you're trying to find that file, is that fine?
Michael, what did you say?
So while you're trying to find that file, while you're trying to find the resume file, I think I could give like a short, like a quick
Please do. Yeah.
advice on that. You know,
Yeah.
one of the things that you need to understand when recruiters and when you apply the jobs is that you need to understand that recruiters they only have 6 seconds to make an impression of your resume. 6 seconds. Okay, so a recruiter who gets 400, 500 applications has only 6 seconds to be impressed when they go through your resume. So what do you have to do? Make sure that you make sure that you don't just okay. So I'm gonna give this out, and then I'm sure you can figure it. You can figure the rest out. A lot of Scrum Masters know what they do. Okay, I'm a Scrum Master. Only a few of them know how to say I am a Scrum Master. Oh, I know how to implement emotional intelligence. I know how to implement psychological safety. Oh, I know how to coach a team. I know how to facilitate. But not a lot of them have a why to why they are Scrum Masters. All of this you want to put in your summary, because the summary is one of the first things they hit. And make sure that your descriptions have numbers, no matter how small, even if it's just 3, 4 lines. Make sure they have some type of, okay, we know you know how to facilitate, but what is the impact of your facilitation? Focus on the impact, not just the facilitation. Because there's this argument right now in the Scrum community where people are beginning to talk about, is the Scrum Master just a facilitator? After that, what next? See what I'm saying? So those small points can really make a big difference when you apply the word.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank
Correct.
you.
Correct. I'm gonna share. So for me, it is like the template that I'm going to share with you. I've been using the same template with all my 200 Scrum Masters that I've coached since 2018, and they're all working well with them. Okay. So basically, no design, nothing. Okay. Scrum Master, you don't need to put senior, of course. Phone number, email, LinkedIn profile, and the summary. What Michael said is very true. In the summary, make it very important. I put some numbers, okay? And I'm a certified Scrum Master with the keen ability to understand and build complex systems. I focus relentlessly on removing impediments from teams and delivering customer centric products and features. Led teams of 5 to 10 people across technology, business, and design department. You can add to this, but this is the minimum required summary that you need to put. And then the experience, of course. However, a Scrum Master experience is always the same thing you do with every company. Either if you are a Scrum Master slash project manager, for example, but all the Scrum Masters do the same thing. So I expect to see if two Scrum Masters come from different companies giving me this resume, I would assume their experience should look very similar. Okay. And then uh, your education, certifications, skills, and hobbies. Nothing more than that. 2 pages or three maximum, not even three, 2 pages, and is enough for a Scrum Master. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Kwana, also, where are you looking for a Scrum Master job?
Well, I'm in Georgia, and I saw you had West Georgia on there. My husband went to West Georgia as well. But I'm in Georgia, but I need remote because my children are virtual learners. So I'm definitely looking for something remote.
Awesome. Okay. Are you using, which platform are you using? Like LinkedIn?
Yeah, LinkedIn. I've done ZipRecruiter, Ladders, and Indeed, Career Builder,
Okay.
everything.
I have one suggestion for you.
Okay.
Uh, on LinkedIn, every day, don't skip a day. Every day, at least connect with 20 recruiters every day. Try to hit 10,000 connections on LinkedIn. Okay.
Okay.
Once you get to that number and you have a lot, like 80% of your connections on LinkedIn are recruiters, you're going to get messages from them uh, almost every day. But if you have less than 500 connections or even less than 1,000 connection, they don't know you. You know, it's hard for them to find you.
Got it.
So okay, you're gonna look for jobs on LinkedIn. You're gonna submit your CV, maybe Indeed and other platforms, but also on LinkedIn, connect with all the recruiters. Let them find you, you know, let them come to you and ask you if you are available. I have more than 17,000 connections today on LinkedIn, and I have an offer every day.
Oh,
Okay.
That's how I find my job.
Yeah. Same thing with
yeah,
Allah.
no, I don't have an offer at all. And I've been looking for a minute and nobody's reaching out. But
LinkedIn is so powerful, but you need some hints and tips that a lot of people don't know that will help you let the job come to you.
is it
Okay.
anything in particular you need to say to the recruiters? Because, I see some on LinkedIn, they're like, don't reach out to me asking for a job, don't say, things like that. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to say to them.
You don't say anything, you just connect with them.
Okay.
Just look, you know what? I'm going also to share my LinkedIn. Where, okay. So this is my LinkedIn profile. And if I go out to my network, connections, uh, okay, I want to For example, look here, you type recruiters, okay, and then people. What is happening here? Is this okay? People, and then put your location. For example, me, Canada. You put your city, your state, or even the whole country. Connections second, and just connect. Okay, connect.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
care if they rejected or not. You see?
Got it. Got it.
Look, there are people I already follow. Those have, if I
Should I be
message.
looking for recruiters that are like for Scrum or just any recruiter?
Look, what you can do is put, for example, IT recruiters.
Okay.
Okay, so people, connection second, and the location. So I know that this person is in the IT. He is in Vancouver. If he has something, he will reach out to me maybe in a year, maybe in a couple of days. We never know.
Got
Okay.
it. Thank you.
But the most important thing, look, I have more than 17,000 connections. This is working for me. Or the recruiters that I have in my connections are actually working for me.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Any other questions?
Hello.
20 more minutes. Yes.
Hi. So one of the issues I had was most of the Scrum jobs I've seen always asking for a couple of years experience. It was hard for me
Correct.
to find one that needed someone that just, finished their certificate and is awaiting like
Yeah.
an entry position. It was hard for me to
Yes.
find one. So I don't never seen one like that though.
Benjamin, there is
Yeah.
two option for someone to. I don't know why my camera keeps on turning off, but there is only two option to get a Scrum Master job. Either you work in a company that you were not a Scrum Master and they promote you to be a Scrum Master, or you really need a coach, an Agile coach, to help you get that job with everything. Like a certificate is not enough, unfortunately. And even if you got your certificate and even if you got a job, you will not be able to do that job properly. So the second option, you need an Agile coach to help you with the day-to-day Scrum Master activities, how to facilitate ceremonies, how to conduct conflicts between your team members. Like if a conflict happened, how are you going, what are you going to do in those situations? You know, and help you with your resume, help you with your LinkedIn profile. Also, because the information that Agile coach is going to give you, that is equal to some years of experience, by the way. So in your resume, you will put some coaching years as equal as a Scrum Master job or work. And that Agile coach, he needs to be your reference when you submit your CV. So whenever you submit a CV and they ask you for a reference, you have to put his name as your reference as your Agile coach. And they're going to call that Agile coach. They're going to ask him about you. You know, this is the reality. And this is why um, I've been coaching a lot of Scrum Masters just to help them get their first job, to open just the first door. After that, the other doors, to have experience, to be an Agile coach and then an Agile consultant, it's it is gonna be easier for that person to open. You know, when you also hear about those rich people saying the very first $1 million is the most hard one, and then the dollars will come by themselves. Same thing with Scrum Masters. Okay, Gurpreet?
That's here my next question, because before, before I know you, before I have the chance to know you and to be a scrum master, I had like I do like 50,000 by year. I was just, I want to do
Yeah,
something else, and we do the coaching, we do everything. Right now I'm a scrum master, and I want to know what's the next step, because I want more, you know.
yeah. By the way, Ala was a sales director at Subaru. He had nothing to do with coaching or management or anything. Maybe a little bit of management in your department, but he came to me because he heard about Scrum Masters somewhere. I helped him got his certificate. He got his job. He's making more than twice what he was making before, and now the next step, of course, safe certificates. There are a couple of safe certificates that you need to take because the end goal is to be a consultant.
Okay,
So
but you should take with you another like plan or another meetings to know what is the safe
yes,
certificate.
of course, I am also SPC certified, so I can provide safe certifications. So you know, the road for everyone, every Scrum Master is be a Scrum Master, have experience, Agile coach, other experience, safe certificates, Agile consultant. You're gonna make more than $150 an hour later.
Okay, just outside. Give me the plan. I want to go with you with the plan, and
Awesome. We can talk about safe certificates
please.
later.
Okay, thank you.
Gurpreet, sorry.
Yeah, so I just want to know. I mean, since our last interview, I haven't applied anywhere else because I think I need some help to update my resume, maybe LinkedIn or a
Yeah.
few experiences. So would like to know when can we discuss upon that part. And the second part to the question, it would be great if I mean we would share our LinkedIn IDs to connect with each other. I would like to
Yep.
connect with Ala. I mean, yeah, it's just good to know, good to expand the
Yes,
network.
yes. Gurpreet, one of the video sessions that I sent to you,
Hmm.
have one of them just related to LinkedIn.
Okay,
So it is one later, like the latest ones. Okay,
okay, okay.
that's one thing. For your resume, you can send
Hmm.
me your resume. I'm gonna send it to the HR department. They're gonna work on it and send it back to you.
Okay, I have already emailed you, I think.
Oh yes, yes. I think the HR got it and they're working on it, but I
Okay,
did not
sounds
get.
good.
They did not get back to me yet.
No problem. Sounds good.
Okay, but yes, watch all those video sessions I sent you, and
Hmm.
they are very helpful until the end with all the materials. Uh, but you know, you told me that you already had interviews,
Yeah,
and the videos already helped you with your interviews, right?
yeah. I mean, I have applied them before, did the screening, and then
Yes.
we chat. Yeah.
Okay. Good. When you finish all those videos, you're going to be even more prepared, more confident on doing very good interviews.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, awesome. So you can chat with me, Gurpreet, after this Q&A. Ask me about your resume. Maybe on Monday you're going to have it.
Okay, sure,
Okay.
sure.
Yes, Muhammad.
Yes, hello, how are you?
Good.
I have a question. What plan do you specifically have for the people who are like doing interviews but aren't able to get any offer?
Well, those people need to. Uh,
That's my case, by the way.
yes, that's your case because what is your position right now?
It doesn't have anything to do with Scrum Master.
Okay. Have you been coached as for
No,
a Scrum Master position?
no, no, no.
Okay, so if I ask you, for example, um, what is the whip limit, for example, the thing that we talked about before, or what are the, uh, for example, what is the most important Scrum value for you? Do you know how to answer those questions?
Not by heart.
Okay, that means you need coaching. You need an agile coach to help you be able to know how to work as a scrum master and to help you how to conduct very good interviews. Okay, you cannot just by have you have a certificate, right?
Yes, I do. I
DSM
know
or
the theory,
CSM?
but in practice, well, like with
Yeah,
the questions they ask in the
exactly.
interview, it's not
Just by
like you
passing a
you have to give
certificate.
examples. You have to give examples. You have to know what you're talking about. You just not just the what you read online or whatever
Exactly.
book you read.
Like I said, you need an agile coach to talk to you like about day-to-day scrum master activities and situations that happen with a scrum master, like hard situations. For example, let's say you are a scrum master for a new team, a new scrum team, but your product owner do not want to come to your ceremonies. How are you going to deal with that? And that type of
Exactly.
situations happen with every scrum masters in the world. This is a common thing. Someone with a certificate, fresh certificate, will not be able to answer that, but someone with at least 1 year's experience, he will be able to answer that. You know,
Yeah.
so you need coaching. You need
It's
just
also
someone. Yeah,
a lot of change management because the people are not like really used to this agile
correct.
environment and the way of thinking. So it's not also knowing the theory. It's knowing how to deal with people, how to get them to embark to adopt the methodology.
Yes, yes. You know, one of the most important soft skill for a scrum master is emotional intelligence.
Hmm.
You have to be able to adapt yourself by the person you're talking to. So someone is very easy to talk to, you adapt yourself to that person, you talk to that person in a way that you will not talk to someone else with bad temper, someone that is not friendly. But
Very
it is
change
not
resistant.
his
Yeah.
job to understand you. It is your job as a scrum master to adapt yourself to be able to at least have a conversation with that type of person.
So what do you recommend? Do you have something a package, a plan to for coaching?
Of
This
course,
type
we
of
have so
coaching?
many packages. We can talk about it offline, but the packages, any package we have at Strategia Group, the end result is a Scrum Master job. No matter what you take, it is gonna be a Scrum Master job at the end, because
Interesting.
our mission, it's not for you to to get a certificate. That is not our job. Our job is to help you get the job. Okay, our mission is to help you get, which is the most important thing, right? People are going running to go get those certificates, and then they hit the wall of not getting calls, not getting interviews, and they're asking, why am I not getting interviews, right? You need coaching. That is number one. You need someone with experience, even someone like a scrum master with a couple of years experience. They can help people, just telling them how are the day-to-day activities, right? Well, I do my daily scrum in this way. uh, I found that creating a perfect user story is impossible, right? In theory, study how we create good user stories. But in my over 10 years experience as a scrum master and in the agile world, I've never ever seen a perfect user story. But as a scrum master, we need to work and be flexible, right? We cannot just crack things with your team members, with your product owner, you need to say, okay, this user story is not perfect, but we can go around it. We can add it to the sprint, and we will see how we can work around it. You know, you always have to be diplomatic.
And it's part of the retrospective, I guess. When you do the retrospective, you can say
If
if the story was well defined or not.
if you got a question in your interviews, which ceremony do you think is the most important one? The answer
It's the
is always like
retrospective.
that. All of them are very important. However, the retrospective is the most important one because this is when we all have to be transparent, talk about the good things and celebrate about that, talk about what did not go well and try to improve them, not just for the next sprint, but for future sprints.
Makes
And one
sense.
of the most important principle in Agile is to always continuous education, continuous improvement. This is very, and by the way, interviewers really would like to hear that you are serious about improving, about coaching your team members, and about you are a human being that you're going to help other human being, right? We're not robots. We're not gonna say, yeah, but our daily is 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, everyone shut up. We can never do that. Your first couple of weeks of daily sprints are not going to look good. So if someone from outside, the scrum master from outside, gonna come and look at your daily scrum, they're gonna be like, "Who is this scrum master? Fire that person." Well, no, we know how we conduct a good daily scrum, but first couple of weeks we need to be very flexible and coach them step by step. Okay.
I will get in touch with you offline.
Awesome. All right, we still have 2 minutes. Any other questions? We had other people joined us. We have Ebube. We have Rehia. We have Nikami. Wow. Everything's okay, Kwana?
Sorry. It's my daughter. I'm so sorry.
No problem. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for today's Q&A. That was very fruitful. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. Just chat with me on LinkedIn. You know, one of the Scrum values is courage. Have the courage to ask me. No, you know what I mean? I will try to answer your questions the moment I can. Okay. I know I'm coaching a lot of people. I have clients that I help them with their agile transformation, but I will make sure to answer your questions on LinkedIn. Ebube?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this Scrum program, but up until yesterday, where I researched about Scrum, yeah, I was one of what salary levels like for the Scrum Master, what the requirements and the expectations for the Scrum Master.
Either your internet is not good or a lot of background sound, Ebube. Can you write your question on LinkedIn so I can answer you? Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Kwana?
Yeah, I was wondering, is there any way I could meet with you briefly after this meeting or no?
Look, I have 20 minutes. I have to go bring my kids back from their summer camp.
Okay.
So chat with me right away on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I will try to do something with you.
Okay.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you, everyone. And have a nice weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Omar.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.